Missin On, wings spread glory, only to ride to the road of gold.
Hello, and this is Stephen the Storyteller, and welcome to behind the scenes of my first song on Super Genre, which is called Missin On. I'm not going to get into the story of the song, but I'll show you what I was working on. So I started with this first drum track called Short Fuse. This basically starts it out. Reminds me of, and what I like about this is reminds me of just a great downbeat, which I really like. Second one is a little topper I threw on here. Let's see, just a little topper. You hear them both together. And then it comes in, each part. Just adds a little spice. Here's my bass. So this is done with the guitar. And I used a pitch. So if we look at this here, I use a pitch shifter right here. So I turn that off. It's just a guitar. With that, I added the lows in and I made my guitar a bass. So that's that one. All right, what's next? Here's the guitar. Here's the guitar on this. This used to be a really soft song. And then for some reason, I just wanted to have something faster. So what are we using on this? Not too much, just a little compression and a little EQ. And I cut it off, so that's kind of like a sample, because it was such a noisy guitar, so it just comes in samples like that. And that's basically it on this guitar track. All right. And now we have, the next one is the lead. Next is the lead, which comes in, and I like the lead coming in between the vocals. So here it is here. Right there, we have the lead there. We have a lead here. And this was one big track that I just cut up, because that's what it is. And then here's the outro for it. And at this outro, I take the other guitar out. So you just hear that.
I'm missing on. I'm missing on.
I don't think there's really anything on this. Look, I didn't even compress it. So that's just a nice channel EQ on that. All right. And the next is we have our vocals, which I like to pan these. I like to pan these too. And it's actually a soft vocal, which is a harsh tone.
Wings spread glory,
I use 3 of them.
ride to the road of gold.
And what are we doing on these? I have a little delay. Put a little stereo spread on that.
If you could feel just what I'm
overdrive,
feeling, I'll tell you
and just some reverb on that first one. And that's in, this first one's in the channel. To the left over there. It's in the left channel with a little distortion.
Just kicking around.
Yeah, and then the second one's in the right. And what do we have on here? Little stereo spread, little space, reverb, and that's it.
Feeling that I've got no one to tell.
Yeah. So both of those two together.
Heaven is the love and life where the silent is right.
So it gives that impression that's very loud, but it's actually a very soft vocal. And then the third one's in the center.
Out of sight.
And what do you have on this? It's just a little compression, little EQ, and a little space delay. Now, here's the interesting part. So, in the beginning of this song, I do a little screaming just to like feel. Just to, so since I like to feel, so I pan these. Let's see, so this adds, so you can hear how that sounds there.
I'm missing on. Wings spread glory.
So you can hear how that is, how it creates a delay, and I like that. And then at the end,
Road of gold.
so that has a delay on it, and that's in the right channel. And the other one is the same thing, has a delay, and they're just copies. So I put them all the way to the left and right to create some space. And I like to have space in my songs. Let's see what else I'm doing here.
If you could feel.
So it's that's the beginning of that verse, and then we have a scream here. Yeah.
I won't waste it all.
Yeah. Some yes. Yeah. Yeah, and then they are here. Yep.
I'm missing on. Missing on.
And that's at the very end, and then the very end there's a little scream. So I don't want to get into this too much, but this is about somebody that is not really doing right in their life. And at the end of this, they get into, unfortunately, a car crash. So this is the car crash and the afterlife with all these. This will take an hour to explain all this to you guys. So I'm just going to play it for you because this is 15 tracks here alone. And this is already getting a long video. So at the end of this song, there is, oh, look at all these crash cymbals and booms that I put. These are things you can add on to your songs. They help with cymbals and at different peaks of the song denote change. As you can see, that happens there, and that repeats. So it's at every little change I like to have these little things. And then at the end is this car crash part. There we go. Cars, car crash, car horns, crash cymbals, sirens, police cars. And this is the outro here, which these are plugins that come right with GarageBand. You can cut them up, you can mix them however you want. You can put them on off beats. You can add delays, effects, whatever you want. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do. And this is the end of the song. So thank you for listening. And that is Missin On. I hope you buy the record. And yeah, so it's kind of complicated, but not really. Out of all the songs on this album, it's the least complicated, one of the least. So with that note, enjoy Super Genre. Comes out April 1st. Toodaloo.
I'm missing on. I'm missing on. Wings spread glory.